Welcome along to round 11 of the Formula One World Championship in 2018. It's Saturday, that means it's qualifying day. The German Grand Prix is back again.
It's now or never for Carlos Sainz. He won't get another lap in.
A 15.7 for the first sector, though. For those around him, it's a couple of tenths up, and puts Esteban Ocon maybe in a bit of trouble in the Force India as well. And who's that going very wide? That's Lewis Hamilton, who's having a bit of a wretched time and some really ragged laps here.
Gears won't change.
Got to get it back to the pits.
And he's stuck in fourth gear then, Martin.
That's a bit of luck if he is, and not neutral. Got to get it back to the pits, otherwise he won't take any further part in qualifying.
As the Sainz crosses the line, sees that checkered flag, goes 10th fastest, pushes Pierre Gasly down into the bottom 5. Lance Stroll next to cross the line, he's out of qualifying again. Stoffel Van Dorn keeps up his record of being slowest in every session. Sergio Perez, currently in the bottom 5 at the moment, needs every bit of a blast to the line and gets it. There's yellow flags waving out there. That's probably for Lewis Hamilton limping home, and that might just upset the likes of Pierre Gasly, still on the lap, still trying to qualify, and this is Hamilton getting out of his Mercedes car. He's trying to push it back into the pits. Down at turn 10, Lewis Hamilton stopped the car. He's trying to get it moving again and push it back to the pits so he can carry on in qualifying.
That's not going to done it a whole lot of good, is it? That kind of shock loading. That's at least the second time he's been off in qualifying.
Yeah, it was some really ragged laps going on, and I mentioned through turn 1, did that jolt disrupt the car? Just looking at him by the side of the car, Martin, here's a man who came into the paddock this morning looking far from 100%.
Loosening, stop, 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 stop. Negative, negative.
It's trundling.
No, stop, 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 stop. Loss of hydraulic. Stop, 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 stop. Good scrap PU.
Stop.
PU risk, this is a PU risk.
So if you carry on, you're in danger of wrecking whatever the power unit in there. The one thing I think is for certain right now is that Lewis Hamilton is out of qualifying. Just watching him kneeling down by the side of his car, he looks properly winded and wounded now. Oh, there goes Marcus Ericsson in the Sauber. He's kept the engine running, and he's got momentum as well to try and clear that gravel trap. Well done, Marcus Ericsson, for keeping going and getting back onto the track again. He's in Q2 for the 3rd time in the last 4 races. He's now putting a lot of debris onto the track, though.
Yeah, you're duty bound, so he's turned in, dropped the back end of it. He's very, very lucky that the gravel is baked completely. Normally you'd say he's stuck in there. And then once you leave the gravel, you're duty bound to go offline and jam your foot on the brakes and get any loose gravel as much as you can out of your side pods.
On the soft compound tyre, though, Max Verstappen, I think that gamble by Red Bull to run the softs, maybe with a view to a longer first stint tomorrow. So whatever you set your fastest time on in Q2, if you get into the top 10, that's the set of tyres you will start the race on.
So far, Verstappen's on a personal best.
Oh, red flag. That's ruined it for Verstappen, and I think those stones do need sweeping away. But that's absolutely ruined Verstappen's progress.
I don't know what, but the stones in turn 13 are really annoying.
Half a second between Sainz and Sirotkin in the middle sector alone, and Sainz crosses the line into the top 10. Alonso's wringing the wheels off that McLaren, but not by enough to get himself into the top 10. Charles Leclerc then is okay as he crosses the line, goes 8th fastest, pushes Sergio Perez into that 10th position, at risk from Marcus Ericsson unless he can improve too. He doesn't improve enough. Can Ericsson make his way into Q3? No, he can't. Sergio Perez will make it. Nico Hülkenberg already into that top 10. We can just watch on board with Hülkenberg through that Sachs curve. Big lock-up. Decent lap by Fernando Alonso. Could only get him 11th. He's out of qualifying, along with Sergei Sirotkin, Marcus Ericsson, and then the 2 big casualties, Daniel Ricciardo, who didn't take part in Q2, and Lewis Hamilton, who got through but also couldn't take part because of that loss of hydraulic pressure. Here we go then. Sebastian Vettel just starting his flying lap now, and Raikkonen goes wide at the final corner, but only second fastest for him. Valtteri Bottas into the stadium sector he goes, and he's just a few hundredths down on that provisional pole time of Sebastian Vettel. But Vettel on this latest lap going even faster still. So it's all to play for, but it's advantage Sebastian Vettel as Bottas round the final corner he goes, much tidier than Kimi Raikkonen, crosses the line, provisional pole for Valtteri Bottas. Toto Wolff cannot believe where that has come from. That surprise, shock and delight might turn into even more surprise, even more shock, but horror, because Sebastian Vettel, if he holds this lap together, could absolutely smash the track record here at Hockenheim. Vettel crosses the line now, and it is pole position for Sebastian Vettel in front of his home fans and a delighted Ferrari garage. It's a 1:11.2. Take that, an advantage Vettel.
Yes, P1. Here is the German Löwe.
Well done, mate.
Adrenalin, Adrenalin. Grazie ragazzi, danke. Danke, die Kisch ist gelaufen. Grazie a tutti. Grazie. Grande emozione oggi, grazie, grazie. Grazie per questa macchina. Thank you guys.
Magnussen ahead of Grosjean 5th and 6th. Hülkenberg ahead of Sainz 7th and 8th for Renault. Leclerc well into the 1:12. Did a good job in 9th. Perez 10th, as you can see. But Bottas did his best, but Vettel had a little bit more. Raikkonen's lap looked a touch scruffy here and there, and he paid the price.